Hi, I wanted to check. Oh, of course, my phone is ringing, but I'm going to turn that off. I wanted to talk to everyone today about a new book I've read. It's all about hydration. And this is something that I have struggled with for so long. And I feel like this is offering a solution that makes a lot of sense to me. And I've started implementing it. It's really working amazingly. So I wanted to share it with everybody. So, water. We're all told to drink 8 ounces 8 times a day of water, or do something with your body weight and divide it and figure out exactly how much water you're supposed to be drinking. And if you're like me, you've probably found that sometimes when you drink a lot of water or you try to follow this water regimen, you go to the bathroom a lot. And sometimes when this happens to me and I try to down all this water and I'm running to the bathroom and I'm like, I'm either must not need it or somehow I'm not retaining it. I mean, obviously I'm peeing so much of it out. So that didn't make sense to me. And I have always been wondering how to stay as hydrated as possible. And this book answers that question. So it talks a lot about getting water through food. So not just fruits and vegetables, obviously, and so many of the things that we eat that are dehydrated are actually be dehydrating. So eating fruits and vegetables, that way to get water. But it's also almost like the idea is that when you eat a whole food and if you take a vitamin, fine, but really the thing isn't an orange, it's not just a vitamin, it's all these different things come together to make the vitamins that much better for you. So it's sort of the same idea that it's not just water you need electrolytes, for example, which seems very clear, but the idea that putting it all together like in a soup format or a smoothie format actually lets your body absorb it more and get deep into your cells. And I love that idea, and I've actually found that to be very true. Whenever I've done a juice cleanse, I feel energized, number one, but also hydrated, like truly hydrated. And yes, I go to the bathroom a lot when I'm on a juice cleanse for sure, but it's not the same as when I'm just doing water and I feel like all I'm doing is running to the bathroom and I don't know what's coming out of me. So this has been a really exciting, another part of the book, they talk about you actually could be flushing minerals and vitamins out of your body if you're drinking too much water. And that also makes a lot of logical sense to me from personal experience and just what I'm talking about with this having to go to the bathroom all the time. So I highly recommend this book, and I really would recommend, if you're interested in trying this idea of moving more towards smoothies. And the book, I don't want to give away all of her secrets. She has specific recipes that you can try in order to get the most out of different types of smoothies. But the idea is smoothies, soups, have your fruits, your apples, amazing. You think about, and cucumbers and vegetables that are full of water, and your body's actually going to get the water into their cells more. And I love a good juice, so this has been really fun for me, and not thinking of it as water as like a hydrate. And yes, I always sort of thought of it as, but maybe this more clearly than ever has made me think that way. And it's really been great. She also talks about doing micro movements and getting the water into the fascia of your body, which also makes a lot of sense. We sit so long and you're not like moving the water to your actual body, getting it to where you need it the most. So, it's very sort of basic things, but thinking about how a long time ago, how did people stay hydrated in the desert? She talks a lot about how that in nomadic societies, they would drink a lot in the morning, which I also love that idea. Like in the morning, get up and have your full glass of water, soak the organs, get it going. That makes a lot of sense. But they didn't really drink that much water. She named a culture that they had 1 liter of water a day, and this was in like an arid, hot climate. And that doesn't make much sense if you think about what we've all been taught about sweating and putting more water in and more water and more water in all day. Access to this super clean water at the 7-Eleven when you go get a bottle of water. So it had to have been done differently. And she really explains this from a scientific level about how it worked and how the people stay hydrated, and more hydrated than we are even today with our constipation. This was also fascinating, that lacking in water not just makes you dehydrated and constipated, but brain fog, insomnia, all these other chronic illnesses, obviously joint pain, just when you're not hydrated, you feel like you're all cricky. That so many of our ailments are related to chronic dehydration. So this has been a really interesting exploration of hydrating just a little bit differently, and I've really enjoyed it. I highly recommend this book. Check it out and drink your whole food water.